Welcome back to another tutorial. So this right here is the base of the dress we're going to be working with, and we'll transform it to this. If I tell you a dress is easy, trust me, it's very easy. So what we're going to need is this stone right here. We used to outline the waist like that, and the other side I'll show you, don't worry. Well, that's what we're going to be doing, outlining the waist, and then we're going to drop it individually around the bust area. We'll also get this brown crystal right here. This crystal is in size 6 and size 4, and we're also going to be using it for the bust area and the belly area of the outfit. Now the dress is on the table, let's start beading. But before that, I'm going to be arranging the stones on that waistline right there, just so you have an idea of what we're going to be working with. So this right here is how those stones are going to be on the waistline, and then thereafter we're going to be doing 2 lines. So now that I've arranged the first line, the next thing to do is also to arrange the second line to give us an idea of how it's going to be. I arranged the freehand here. However, feel free to do whatever measurement you want. I used 1 inch, like the difference between the first line and the second line is 1 inch. But this right here is the arrangement. So we'll also do the same stones. I'm going to put them on the bust area as well. Just scatter them all over the bust, and then we'll do others. So let me just take this out so that I can start attaching it, and then we'll come back. So this right here was where I was trying to measure the 1 inch mark. So I did that all the way from the top right there to the bottom all through. This is important so that by the time you arrange it and attach it with needle and thread, you're not doing guesswork and some parts are not up and then some parts down, something like that. So I'm using my thread to actually measure 1 inch all the way. Feel free to make it 1.5 or 2 if that's what you're comfortable with, but as far as I'm concerned, I feel like 1 is okay because that's the space that works for the design I was trying to create. So by the time I finished it, that's right here is supposed to show us the line where we're going to be attaching it as well. Now at this point, you can also show the distance between each stone or choose not to do it. It's up to you at this point because you've already outlined the line. So let me draw out the line so that you can see it even more clearly. So I'm using my erasable pencil to do that, such that this right here is what it looks like. So that's the difference between both. So it will come at the waistline at the bottom and also through that line. So another thing I'm doing now is to mark the point where the stone will be. So I am taking 1.5 inch on this one. So I'm marking 1.5 inch difference, right? So what I did first was I marked 1, and then I marked 1.5, and then I marked 3. Next one I marked was 4.5, then 6, then 7.5, then 9. I just kept doing that until I got to the other side. That's 1.5. Yeah. So by the time I did all of that, I'll go ahead and start fixing the stone exactly the positions I marked on it. So first things first, to pick the stone right here and I'll attach it. Now this stone has 2, is it 2 eyes now? 4 eyes, 2 in front, 2 at the back. Do well to always attach it on both sides. So when you put it through the back holes, always make sure you also do that for the front as well, so that the stone will sit flat and sit, it will look tacky. It just sits well and properly the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gone ahead to start attaching it right now. So I'll put the needle inside the eye at the back, and fasten it like maybe 2 to 3 times, and then when I feel like it's strong enough, I'll bring it to the front and then attach the front side as well. And once I've done that another 2 to 3 times, I think that's about it. Go ahead and do the others. As you can see, if you look very close, you see all the blue marks I have created. Those are the positions that this particular stone is going to stay all through for both lines. Once you're sure that it has stayed, I'm going to bring out the needle just on the next line like I've done right now, and then we'll just put the next stone right there. Repeat the process. Just attach it to it, and then by the time we're done, we'll just finish up the whole line and then do the same thing for the bust area, where we're just going to be fixing the stones one after the other, scattered all over the bust area. And this is what we're talking about. And then by the time we're done, we're also going to be using this crystal. This is crystal bead in size 6. That's what we're going to be using to be filling out all the empty spaces. If you look very close, you see that I added some other brown stones to give you some definition. So this right here is what it looks like, where the brown stones and that particular stone was added to it. We'll go ahead and fill. But incidentally, as I was going, everything on this bust area, I eventually removed it. But so this is right. This is also right here while we're fixing the crystals. So this is a clustered beading method. It means that there will be no single space. I mean, no iota of space on this bust. If you find any space, cover it with a bead. If you look very closely, you see that there are some spaces, but don't worry, we'll always put one or two beads to cover those spaces like I just did right there. So I'll just put one bead right there to just close up the space, and that's about it. So we're going to keep doing that until we cover every single portion of this dress right here. So by the time we've done that with the bust area, we'll just make it progress. So now the formula I use for this is 2 beads. Now to make it easy, you can use 1 1, you can use 2 2, or even 3 3. So this is what it looks like while gone just a little bit far. This is after about 1 hour plus, and this right here is what it looks like. And now after like 2 days, oh this is how far we've come. So we just keep covering. As you can see, there's really no space. We're just going to keep filling. So this right here is what it looks like after finishing the whole bust area. We eventually filled in that middle point right there, but this is what it looked like. And now if you notice the waist, the bead we started with on the bust is not what's on the waist. So what we did before, we took it down and we used brown, which we eventually finally removed all the stones on the bust and replaced it with brown. But it was exactly the same method. That's why I didn't even bother showing you again. So this right here is what it looks like. So now what we're doing now is to draw. Now what we did first of all was to draw the middle portion of this dress, and then we're going to be measuring 1 inch across. Remember the other inch that we measured at the bottom? I think by the time we changed that thing from that color to this brown, we made it 1.5. So what we're doing right now is to mark a 1 inch all through from that top to that bottom, that way. So we're going to be marking 1 inch all the way like that. So draw the line, go to the next line, mark another 1 inch. So I'm going to be doing that all the way. Keep doing that 1 inch until we get to the other side. So by the time we do that, we're going to be outlining the lines in which we are going to be creating the next pattern that we'll create. Please make sure whatever you do is equal. If it's not equal, it's going to mess up with the structure of the work you are trying to create. So for that portion, you just have to draw it in such a way that it just hits the bust area, which is very fine, in case it wasn't long enough to come downward. Do how to draw out the lines in such a way that it is clear, so that as you keep beading, it doesn't now clean up and then you be confused on where exactly the lines are. So I use this particular fabric chalk to just draw it, make sure it is clear. Now the reason I'm using this chalk boldly is because I already know how to wipe the chalk. Please, a chalk you're not sure of, please don't scrape it like this. Don't make it too obvious like this, because taking it out is going to be very, very, very difficult. So I've tested and tried this chalk. That's why I can boldly just keep drawing it on the fabric like that. So this right here is what I came up with by the time we're done. As you can see, all the lines are clear, and we're going to go ahead to start beading. So for this, what we're going to need is the size 4 brown crystal and the size 6 gold crystal. The first thing to do, as usual, is to tie. We're going to be picking our size 4 crystal beads. So we're going to be using 3 size 4 crystal beads and 1 size 6 gold. So that's the 3 size 4, and then we're going to put in 1 size 6 right there. So we're going to be dropping that in front, and then put your needle just in front of the size 6 gold in front, directly in front, and bring out your needle just somewhere in front, and that is it. Let me zoom it closer so that you have a better view of it. So this is it. That's the size 4 and the size 6. So just put the needle right in there like that, and as you can see, it was too far, so I just brought it just a little bit. I don't know how to tell you the measurement, but you should be able to just use your eyes to gauge it a bit. So just put it just somewhere in front slightly. Now if you're not so sure of how it's sitting, you can take the needle backward like what I've just done right now, just a little bit. Make sure you bring it out in middle of the 4 beads, and then you run the needle back through the last 2 like that. So either way you do it, it's going to stay, but I prefer you do it this way, just in case something happens, it will stay put and not give you problems, just for better security. Yeah, so put the needle just in front again as usual, and bring it out just a little distance away from it, and put in the next size 4 and size 6, and we're going to go ahead and do that for the whole portion of this dress until we are filled out everywhere. Now it's important to notice that, as you can see, the gold bead here is facing downward. When we go to the other side, what we're going to be fixing is such that the gold bead will also face this direction, like the direction that it is facing right here. I'll show you what I mean when we finish. So just keep doing that until you do that for all the lines that you have drawn. And by the time we're done, this right here is what it looks like. Now, this is what I was saying. If you look at the left side, you see that the gold is facing downward. You look at the other side, the gold is also facing downward. Make sure that's what you do. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to be picking size 4 crystal and the size 2 sand bead. So we're going to be tying our thread right there, and we're going to be fixing the beads the same method that we use, but not on the same line this time around. We're going to be fixing
Now for
it
this second
in
line, we're going to be
middle. So make sure
using
whatever
a
you do would
size,
just almost as though you're trying to occupy that space that you left right there. So we're going to be picking 3 pieces of the sand bead and 1 piece of the size 4. If you notice, it was somehow forward a bit, so we'll just do that. Do the same method. Bring out the needle in front of the gold, and then put the sand bead and put the brown on top of it. Did you see that? Put your needle just in front of the brown bead, and then bring out your needle in front of the gold bead. So that is what we're going to be doing. So just where that other size 6 gold bead is, that's where you bring out your needle, put 3 sand beads, and put 1 brown size 4 crystal. So if you look at it very, you see that where the needle came out from aligns in the same direction with where that gold that is on top stays. So we're going to be doing that all through like we did the first one, to occupy the whole lines of this outfit. The truth is, if you leave this dress like this, it's still okay, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more sense of direction, just to make it, look better and all of that. That's why we're doing this right here. I think this dress is one of the dresses we just said that overkill, because actually just the bust and the waist was okay, but each thing we add to the outfit, we just keep shifting the outfit from, from 0 to 5 to 10 to 100 to 200, so that's what it will look like right now. So we're going to do that all the way around it, inside each
and this is what I was
space.
describing to you. Are you seeing that the gold, faces direction, and the other one faces other direction downward? So all the golds came downward like that. So that's exactly what I was saying the other time. So we'll do that all the way around, fill out all the holes, and by the time we're done, this right here is what the dress looks like. One part of me is tempted to add more designs, but it's okay. Now if you look very closely to the bust area, you see that there's one space in middle right there. Let me show you. See it right there. We close it up because it didn't look good
Among
open.
my team, there was this confusion of whether this particular stone on the bust area was out of place or not. So if you look downward, you see the brown stones, how they sit perfectly. If you look at the bust area, you discover that it's different, even though it actually looks really good. So after much, back and forth, we decided to just take it out and replace it with the brown stone that fits. So this right here, when the owner came to fit the outfit, and it turned out really good. My name is Sefin. See you on the next one.